Alright, so this is my video number 2, and I'm just smiling because I know these are gonna be the very videos that I look back at some point, and am just probably going to be so ashamed that because whatever we start off doing, it's always a little awkward, isn't it? I don't care what it is, riding a bike, driving a car, first date, whatever you're doing at first is always a little awkward. But I've spent a career in sales, and I think I had to learn how to embrace that awkward feeling and how to really transform that feeling into motivation. It's the very thing that stifles a lot of people, that causes a lot of people to not do it. And that's really what I want to talk about right now is finding your center, finding your that thing within that's going to anchor you, like a tree that has deep roots, so that no matter what happens or what you're presented with, you can't be moved. You can be shaken. You can definitely be shaken. I can't say that I know what to tell you so that you're never shaken. But I can say that you'll never be moved, and you won't be shaken that much. You might shake a little bit, but you're not going to be out there trembling like most people. Couple things that occurred in my life at this point some years ago. But these things were so profound that I knew for sure then that I have deep roots. My roots go deep, baby, deep, very deep. One thing was that I had someone put a gun to my head. I was just getting right to it. I had someone. I was in my car, going through some notes and looking through my phone. This is in Chicago. I lived in Chicago. I've lived in various places, but at that time I was living in Chicago, which I lived there for a little over a decade. And it was late, whatever late. It was nighttime, and I thought I was doing good things. I didn't want to drive not knowing exactly where my next stop was. So I said, let me pull over, get myself together, make a few calls, see, do I want to go to this party, or do I want to maybe visit this friend's house, or go see this girl, or what do I want to do? Because I wasn't sure. I had just gotten done doing something, and I think I got a call. My plans changed. I said, well, let me pull over and rearrange my plans, and pulled over on the side street. And I just have this thing about feeling very comfortable no matter where I'm at. In my first video, I mentioned that I was reared in a suburban environment, but what I didn't mention, or forgot to mention, was that I was always back and forth between my home and my grandparents' home, which was in the hood. I don't know how it was in the hood for real of Cleveland, and so that was my thing, back and forth. So I came up with this, with both, with having been steeped in very deeply in both cultures. So so just. There's a lot more to be said about that, but the point is, I ain't never scared. I'm an intelligent thug, if you want to put it that way, whatever. I don't consider myself a thug per se, but I can do that too if I need to. That's one of the things I really, admired about, Tupac. We all talk. That's my dude, and as he is for so many other people, because he really, I can relate to him on various levels. Having been a scholar that he was, an intellect and revolutionary, very compassionate, sensitive, misunderstood rebel, and and could throw them things if that's what he had to do. So, the point is for me, I don't have that. I don't have that normal sense that, okay, well, this is a dangerous area. I don't. So I just pulled over. You know, it's a nice car, and someone rode up on their bicycle, and I saw him because I'm always checking my mirrors and stuff, and I saw him riding up, but whatever. He's on the bike, and I'm just sitting here. I'm not doing anything. And he had a little general conversation with me at first, like, "Hey, what's going on, man? I thought it was cool, whatever." I said, "Oh, nothing, man. Just sitting here, just doing my thing, whatever." And excuse me. And so then he very slowly reached in his pocket, pulled out this old rusty gun, and that's kind of a little, because my thing is, hey, no one wants to go out, especially like that, but at least it could have been nice shiny gun, something like you see in the movies or something. This was like a real rusty old piece of shit looking gun. Like, you gonna kill me with that, man? I mean, so my thing is, I didn't, of course, say that, but I'm so, it's been mistaken as arrogance. It's not that. I knew it wasn't that in that moment, because how can I be arrogant at that point? He has the gun. I didn't have a gun, but I was not moved. I had no fear, and I've told people this story before, and I don't know if they believe me or not. I have no reason to lie. I had no fear at all. What I actually had was righteous indignation. I just felt like, well, I'll be damned. You are, and I put my hand up like this, and he's on this side at the window, the driver's side window, and I could literally feel power in the palm of my hand. I'm clapping on power in the palm of my hand I felt like I had total control, like there was a force field or something that was just stopping anything that he could. And I said, all right, man. And he said, well, roll out then, pointing this little rusty gun at me, at my head, at the side, And even in that time, I'm not trying to be tough here, but I refused to pull off quickly. I said, okay. I rolled on away very slowly right around the corner. Point being, then that's one time. There was another time that I had a business that I was working in. It was actually my father and I, a mortgage business, and I was accused of raping a white woman who used to work for us, and she was trying to get us back get my father back. I think he had fired her, and I can only speculate that was her motivation. But the point is that don't know how much you know about the history of in this country, black men and white and all that. I know quite a bit about it. Point is, it's one of the worst things that black man can be accused of in this country and expect to not be in a serious situation. I mean, first of all, raping anybody, okay? And I don't have time to tell the whole story, but it was a total lie, fabrication, and whatnot. But I ended up having to spend about 11 days in jail before they just dropped it and saw that it was all just total crap. And but in the process, my point being is that while I was in there, not knowing what the outcome would be, because in this system, the outcome can be, it's not about what you did it or not. It's about a lot of other things, unfortunately. And a lot of people are sitting in jail right now, or in prison right now, who didn't do shit, okay? So I couldn't just feel like, well, I didn't do that and everything's going to be all right. No. But because I've been so spiritually rooted in meditating for years and just various different things that are reasons that I feel that I have something to really offer, I was actually in there doing a gratitude journal about, I'm grateful for the toilet, and I'm grateful for the lights, or the peace sandwich, because I was vegetarian at the time, whatever I was eating. Hey, but not just that, but was actually talking to other people and helping them, like encouraging them and everything, and just totally as positive as I could be, for sure. And so it was mainly those two times. Other things I've gone through, of course, over the years, but those two times really stand out in my mind. They're at the forefront of my mind. about times when I knew for sure that, hey man, you know, you got something special here, man. You know, you're really rooted, you're really grounded, you're really centered. Um, and that's all about knowing your authentic self. The difference between who you are and how you present what you what people see, and that's all about perception, which I'll get into. I took one of the schools that I went to while I was getting my degree that I mentioned in my first video on human development, with a concentration in psychology. Well, one of the schools, Case Western Reserve University, happens to be one of the best schools in the country, and certainly the best one in Cleveland, and that's just crazy. If you saw the first video, it's crazy that I went to that school for any period of time. I didn't end up graduating from there because they wouldn't accept the credits that I had taken at some other schools. I also went to Central State University, historically black college and university, and they were like, not accepting that stuff. So I wasn't willing to start all over and all that. So, but the point is that going to that school, I'm going to have to